Hey, so today I want to talk a little bit about sucking too bad to start, basically. And I want to show you what I have and something that you could do too. So, a lot of the not wanting to start, I understand, sometimes comes from embarrassment. Here's a great way to avoid that. So, don't even go to the gym. I'll try to get that sun out of there for you. Don't even go to the gym. Just this thing here that I have, my power rack, and my weights and stuff. There you go. That, let me just get a better seat here so we don't. That is just something, that's an investment of like, I don't know, I think it was about $900 and I got close to 400 pounds in weights and the power rack. I can come down and train any time of the day that I want or when I get home from work and weekends. And I'm being visited by my panther cat. And that allows me to work on things that I would usually want to skip at the gym because of ego. And um, I think that's she's like, it's supper. That's very helpful. And I want to talk about also. Holy cow! You want to see this little monster? Where is she? Okay, there you go. Where? I don't know. Yeah, there you are. Hey, you. Wow. All right. Videos are free. You ain't paying for nothing, so I can show you my cat if I want. Yeah, so anyway, I want to talk about sucking too hard to work out because it stops a lot of people. So everything you see, like a lot of times you see on Instagram and Facebook, wonky eye, Facebook and YouTube and all that, you see a lot of really good fitness pros. A lot of good fitness pros. And what you see is the end result. They're showing you things that they have accomplished. And it's awesome and it's inspirational. But what you're not getting is the hours and hours and hours it took to go from sucking to where they are. So now they've earned the right to kind of come out and show up and go like, look what I can do. And it's really awesome because they can show you like I'm here, so I know what I'm talking about, and you can do it too if you follow my advice, and that's awesome. I'm coming down here, but it also can be very discouraging because, like, say for example, with the handstands, which I've been working on forever, it took me so long, like it took me years to realize that. I wasn't getting my handstand just because overhead extension. I just didn't know. I didn't know I was arching my back. I didn't know that I needed to be able to like hollow out. And I had a really good arched lower back because of a whole bunch of years and years of squatting and deadlifting and benching and all that, which I've since let go and gone more to more gymnastic stuff, which you can tell by the evidence and lack of my traps. So if you feel like, for example, here's a good one. If you feel like your posterior chain is lacking, your butt and your back and your hamstrings and all that sort of stuff, and then you try to do a single leg deadlift to fix the problem, and you realize you can't balance on one leg very well, or either your left is worse than your right, or just something's not jiving, and you're just like, okay, screw it. I saw this demoed on Instagram or YouTube, and I can't do it. And so that must not be an exercise for me. But what you have to realize is that you didn't see the person that's doing the demo when they super sucked. And that it's going to take you quite a long time to be good. It becomes a process thing, right? Like I'm still working on this handstand. Still. I think it's been like 10 years. I know what the problems are now, but it takes a long time to fix them because it took a long time to get them. Yeah. And I guess that's just what I want to say about like sucking. So it also it's not just movements. It's not just, it's also about like your weight. You know, you see these demos, and some things are not going to be possible at the weight you're at. If you're heavy right now, heavy for what you're used to or whatever, and you're just thinking like a lunge. I see people doing lunges like they're nothing. And then when you try to do it, like you need to hold on to the counters and stuff like that. That's totally cool. You know, you could either take off some weight by holding on the counter. You could start with doing squats holding on to the counter. And then you like, let's just say you're trying to do the lunge. And you try to go, oh, well, the regression on this is to support myself while I do the lunge. And then you're like, well, shit, I can't even do that. So then you find out, oh, I need to do squats before I can even lunge, let's say. And then you try to do a squat and you're like, man, I can't even get squat down the parallel because my knees hurt so bad. And then you have to find out that, oh, you know, I can hold on to, like, say, this power rack here as I go down. And then you think, well, I'm strong enough to do this, but the pain is there. And then you realize you have super tight calves, or you realize that something is out of line in your knee. And you just have to just keep taking these steps backwards and working your way up and figuring out a way to enjoy the process. And if your ego is embarrassed, get yourself a little setup at home. You know, I also have these, see the power blocks over there? Those are really cool because, you know, you can just slide in and out a little pin, and you can go from whatever 5 to 60 and have a whole dumbbell set just sitting right there in the corner of your thing there. Yoga blocks, those little blue ones there, those are great. Like if you're working on depth, like say for something like a shrimp squat, and you're thinking, I see people doing shrimp squats all the time and it looks super easy for them. It's supposed to be a prerequisite for the pistol squat. And then you try to do a shrimp squat and you go, I can't even get my knee to touch the ground. Well, then you just shim them up like that. Or the same with push-ups. I can't get my chest to touch the ground. You use a shim system like that. It's all about regressions and working your way up. So don't get discouraged. Yeah, don't get discouraged. Took me a while to get around to it. That's the point of the video. Don't get discouraged. Don't worry about sucking. Just learn to enjoy the thing that you're working on as a process. Like I just did a little post here on Instagram that said life is either a game or a test. I got a few responses saying, hey, it's both. Yeah, okay, I guess it is really, but if you can maybe not make it so serious and don't get so discouraged and just put in some work but make it play, and just keep working towards what you need, whether it be weight loss or shoulder extension or depth in your squat, and be really happy with your small victories. Yeah, I guess that's it. Not the most exciting thing, hey? But if you need a hand with something, please let me know in the comments so that I can have, say, a topic for the next video. I'll share with you what I can with maybe I know, and yeah, so on and so forth. Thanks for spending your time with me.